Hello, one and all, and welcome back to the Six Hockey. My name is Simon Hendricks, joined alongside by the most mediocre color commentator in the world today, Sammy Brzozowski. And in today's matchup, we have the Red Wings going up against the Mississauga Rebels. Just underway here in the first period. Already a shot attempt there from number 81, Alex By there. And for the Red Wings, a bit of bad luck has hit them recently. They haven't really been able to close out games as they would like to, having a couple ties and a couple losses after being up by multiple goals already in the season. For the Rebels, again, not the best start for them. They've had a couple of tightly contested games, but nothing to really show for it on the win-loss categories. There's a defensive turnover, there's a great chance for the Rebels to go up one early. Action happening so fast, I couldn't even ask you, Sammy, how are you?
I'm doing great. I didn't love the mediocre comment, but that's neither here nor there. I think I'll take mediocre just because I'd rather that than bad. But you know what's not mediocre? These two teams.
Certainly so, and that was Lemieux trying to keep it in there. Mozczynski, he tried to hold that at the blue line, but that was a good skating effort by Karpelewski to work that down low and send that onto the net of Tyler Wilson. Wilson is the starting goaltender here for the Rebels today, and across from him, the Red Wings, they have their man Mitchell Newens in net. He's kind of been the starter for them so far this year. Same with Tyler Wilson, both goaltenders. Yet again, we just talked about the lack of team success, and that, often correlates to goaltender success. But both of these goalies looking to have a good one in this.
That's right, and for the Rebels, they're gonna have to be careful of the Red Wings offense. They got guys like Emmett Larman. They have Boston Phillips in the back, Tyler Meal. I could go on. They have to be careful about the speed of the Red Wings taking it wide and into the zone. And, Wilson, he might have his work cut out for him.
That was dumped in by Ryder Dockstader. Number 72, Cole Lapierre, the defenseman. But the Rebels are looking to break that one out after they are first to the puck. They try to go red line and in, but that will be called an icing. Did not get quite to the red line, and by a pretty significant margin there, if I may add. That was Sebastian Zeely trying to dump that in for his team, but it will result in an icing.
Yeah, and going back to what you're saying about Colton Lapierre, you're just saying he's taken in. He's a lot of player. He's 6'1", 203, already at 15 years old. Imagine someone born 2010, already 6'1", 203. He uses his big frame to join the offense, but he's got an active defensive stick as well. He has been a force for this Red Wings team early on this season. They rely on him for key minutes in each game.
Phillips, there's him taking it up the way, and he tries to reclaim that puck, trying to find Cahunia, but that's intercepted at the red line by the Rebels as they look to break in. Offensive zone turnover here in the Red Wings. They move the other way. That's Phillips again, finding his man at center ice. Trying to get a move was Jacob Ambrosio. Kind of sends it kind of lazily, and there will be a neutral zone faceoff. I think they are going to call that for an offside. A bit of a late call from the official there.
Yeah, certainly a late call, but they teach you this very young. If you're going to make a move at the blue line, you've got to be a lot more careful to make sure your teammates aren't flying in. That's always the risk, trying to go for a little, as you would put it, one-touch deke right before you enter the zone. But the Red Wings, they're operating with some speed. They look like they're ready to play early, trying to get the offense going with creativity.
And apologies for maybe some lag on this broadcast. We do have a bit of a love-hate relationship on LiveBarn. I don't know how well that's going to translate when we post this game, but apologies if you see any sort of lagging of this game. Just about 3 minutes gone here in the first period. Both teams looking for their first real attempt, trying to settle in this game. A lot of neutral zone and offensive zone turnovers. And the Red Wings, they go red line it in and go for a change. Rebels looking to break out. A lot of stretch passes that we've seen with teams like the Canadians, the Kings, the Marlboros. They do really love that stretch pass to start a fast breakup. Both of these teams, though, they do really like to carry it out of their defensive zone, and they really kind of like moving the puck up with numbers. As we see here, perhaps a 2-on-1 forming for the Rebels. That was Contreras trying to break in. Red Wings are able to stop that attempt as they're forced to go back to their own zone. Appleton's Godfrey, he has it. Takes a little tumble in the corner, but is able to get it to Noto. Electing to just send that one as far away as possible as Lapierre, he reclaims it. Dumping it in. Dockstader goes to chase. He's there with Stringle of the Reps. But yet again, an icing call a bit of again, a lot of passes that aren't really connecting. That one resulting in an icing. I'm not too sure if that was supposed to be a pass or a dumping attempt, but both teams some early mental mistakes.
Yeah, and that happens a lot in these games. Both teams, they start very high antic. You're excited to play. Every game is a huge one. And I've noticed a pattern with this division, with this league. It takes a couple minutes for each team to settle in, get comfortable, and try to execute their game plan.
I believe we actually have a penalty here on the play. Seems as though the Rebels are heading to the box, and the Red Wings are going up on the power play early in this first period. Seemed to be a tripping call along that side wall area. As the Red Wings, they were trying to break it out. Rebels trying to keep that puck in just 4 minutes into this first period. An early power play opportunity for the Red Wings as Larman, he lines up to take the face-off. Referees certainly taking their time here. A 4-minute double minor, perhaps a head contact call. Didn't exactly see what the ref's call was, but you know what that double minor, that usually means a 4-minute penalty for head contact.
Yeah, now a dangerous opportunity here for the Red Wings to get something going. The Red Wings, they have a sneaky good power play as well. They're not afraid to throw pucks on the net, and again, they use that speed to make sure they enter the zone. It's going to be tough for the Rebels here. Micah
James is trying to break in there. He's with Ambrosio. And James elects to just dump that to the far side, trying to get it onto the net, but the Rebels are there to stop the puck before it can get there. Lapierre, he's pinching down, trying to keep that puck along the boards. Cahunia, he takes it at the point. Down to his winger, back to Cahunia. Cahunia has some options. Down for Ambrosio. Rebound there attempted by James. Good save from Tyler Wilson to keep that puck out. And the Rebels, they're able to clear that puck. Cahunia is back behind the net of Newens as the second unit for this Red Wings team comes on. Taking now Cahunia as he goes for a change to get that second line fully out there. Dumped in and going to chase is Bai. Bai is able to get it to Karpalevsky. He's trying to cycle it down in the corner. That kicks up and out to the point. Up top now for Shane Deutsch. Deutsch working it around at the top of the circle. There's a quick shot, and that hits the shin guard and bounces towards the corner. Deutsch, he has it holding at the blue line. Shot from the top of the zone. That misses wide. Red Wings trying to keep it in. They are able to do so. Taken there by Miley. Miley, he's working the top of the zone. Sends it down low, top of the circle. Back to Miley behind the net. Red Wings really enforcing that left side. There's Deutsch trying to find a centering pass. Bai's there after the tip pass. That goes high. And we will have a stoppage of play. I believe that one may have hit the post and gone up and out, but a great chance for Alex Bai on this power play attempt. Just goes high.
Yeah, and honestly, not a super productive power play here from the Red Wings so far. Obviously, they did have that Alex Bai attempt, but 2 minutes gone. The Rebels have done a good job at not allowing them to stay set up for too long in their zone. They got to continue to try to take away those passing lanes and just make the power play and the power play players' lives miserable.
Cahunia, he's trying to center it. There's a shot there, but I believe the net, that is definitely knocked off. I do believe the net was knocked off. That was Ryder Muir trying to go short side, but it was the net that was knocked off that stopped that play. And that one you can't really blame the net on.
Yeah, and of course there is those discussions of Ryder Muir leaving mid-season, so we'll keep you posted on that. The net was definitely knocked off. It was facing towards the benches. That's only once this game so far. Why don't we go in with a positive mindset? For those of you who don't know, we hate the nets coming off here at Six Hockey because it happens entirely too often. So we'll have to we'll keep you posted on how many times that is. Only one so far. I'm pretty happy with that.
The Rebels working it down low, applying some good forechecking here to this power play. Just about a minute and a half left to go for this advantage. That's taken by Noto in the corner, trying to cycle it, but he loses it to James. James, he's able to get that one to Lapierre. Lapierre over to Cahunia. Cahunia back to Lapierre. His slap shot hits the pad of Wilson and bounces towards the corner. And eventually cleared out by the Rebels.
It looked like Lapierre was maybe looking for a tip there. He didn't necessarily get all of that, but it was a nice shot towards the near side post along the ice. If he could have got a deflection, could have been dangerous, but there's no real Red Wings player there in the lane. He took his helmet off, in the box.
I saw that. Yeah. I mean, for a minute, you gotta get your head a little cool down there. That shot from the short side hits the side of the net and behind. McCaffrey, he's battling there down low. Pops out, trying to find an option there. Saucer pass does not connect with its intended target. Rebels unable to clear that one still. There's Kremer. At the top of the zone now is by. His shot looking for a tip. Goes towards the corner. Ambrosio, he comes back out and he works down low. Up to the point yet again. Over to Kremer. Kremer, his shot hits the pad, but that probably would have gone wide anyway. Capel, he's first to the puck, but can't clear. Kremer over to Deutsch. Shot from Kremer there again, trying to find a tip in front. Rebound was out there for By, but couldn't get to that puck first. Rebels having some trouble clearing it. Back to 5-on-5 now. That was Machinsky at the blue line who had an opportunity to clear that puck, but couldn't corral the bouncing one. And they elect just to clear it anyway. Icing call upcoming, but they do get an opportunity to go for a line change here.
And what a kill that was from the Rebels to start your game off with a 4-minute double minor against the Red Wings, who have been pretty decent on the power play so far this season. That's not how you want to start, but a great kill from them. Hopefully they can use that momentum. Hopefully for them, they can use that momentum to start to generate some offense of their own.
And we talked about the struggles that the Red Wings have had. Lest we forget, the Red Wings actually tied the Marlboros for the first game this year, so they are able to hang in with some of the good teams. Trying to get a good move there was Bogle, unable to do so on the one-touch deke.
Not only did they tie, they came back in that game as well, if I remember correctly. It was Shane Ross who scored the first goal of the season. They tied it and it was a bit of a gritty tie, one of those ties where the Red Wings almost felt like they won and the Marlboros almost felt like they lost.
Yeah, certainly so. I mean, the Red Wings, I don't know if anyone, no offense to them this season, but I don't know if anyone's really circling them as a title contender like they are the Marlboros, so certainly an early moral victory for them, but has not gone their way since then, as By was trying to chase that one, but Lemieux was there first to the puck as he tries to take it out of the zone by his lonesome. Karpelewski was there at the red line. He sends it back towards his defenseman. That was tipped. No icing, says the official. And Karpelewski, he's there trying to work it down low. Taken by Correa. He finds Bogle along the sidewall. That pass can't connect cleanly as Phillips, he goes to chase. Red line and in, but the referee is saying with the hand up that is not enough, as his teammates trying to let him know that he's got to get past that red line, and yet another icing call. We've seen that a fair amount this game, especially from the Red Wings, trying to do that dump and chase, but have not gotten it to the red line.
Yeah, I mean, that's always the risk that you take when you're going for that almost Hail Mary pass. You got to be careful. Make sure you're past the red line, because worst case, a dump, you just go for the chase. But when you go for an icing, you consistently do those plays. You're just allowing the other team to set up and get something started on the offensive front.
Red Wings able to win that draw and get out of their zone. Some neutral zone pressure there from the Rebels forces them to retreat and start that one again. Tipped in now. But that will be the Rebels first on the puck, trying to go up the boards. Gallard is there. He tries to use the boards, but gets hit from behind. Here's the Rebels now. 2-on-1 opportunity. Great defensive stick there from Lapierre to break up that attempt. That was Noto trying to find his man across the way. Lemieux. He takes it, dumps that one in, but hits a shin pad, and Micah James goes the other way. Rather, Reed McCavalry, number 96. McCavalry, he's there, but needs a change as the rest of his line got off the ice.
You might say that this one's going to be dumb. You might say that the McCavalry arrived to help him out in the offensive zone. Come on. He's smiling behind the camera.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I can't lie, that was pretty good. Lemieux, he's been out there for a while and still chasing that puck down. He finds his partner in Correa, as the Rebels yet again having some difficulty leaving their zone. Seems like the Red Wings are perfectly content to just park a couple wingers on that offensive zone blue line. and make the Rebels' life miserable exiting their own zone. That was a tough sentence to say. Mitchell,
Good on Capel there. Sorry to interrupt. Good on
Yeah,
Capel
yeah.
to ensure the face-off. He can get a line change, which both teams really needed. That's the one thing about the dump. You dump it on the net, you drive the goalie, make sure he has to cover it, you get an offensive zone face-off. The Rebels are going to be... It's going to be beneficial for them if they can just keep the Red Wings out of the neutral zone. They do such a good job at plugging the passing lanes, as you were mentioning earlier, parking a few wingers up high.
Buys trying to break through. Can't get that one past the red line, and that's dumped in by Bogle. Going to chase now are the Rebels, but Lapierre, he's there. He's rimming it around for his winger along the hash marks. Trying to work it through the blue line. Rebels are there to stop them. Able to dump that one back in. Looking for options in front. That was Stringle with a decent attempt there, but he couldn't corral that pass cleanly. 2-on-1 opportunity forming here for the Red Wings. Shot there from the top of the circle. Scores! Lucas Sue opens the scoring with this with one heck of a wrist shot from the circle on the 2-on-1 attempt, and the Red Wings are up 1-0.
And what a play that was from Lucas Zoo. He kind of sold the pass across. It forced Wilson to be aware, be ready to kick that leg. And in doing so, he picked his spot and fired it. Great play from Lucas Zoo. And it just comes back to me. I'm thinking about that Lapierre play. He stopped a 2-on-1 himself by diving with an outstretched stick. The Red Wings turned it around. No real chances from the Rebels since then. It shows you how defense can impact the offense and make sure that you're able to play your own game.
A physical tie-up on the face-off there, but the Red Wings, they are able to maintain possession after that opening goal. Driving it through the neutral zone, trying to find a centering pass there to number 33, Cahunia. Did not get to him cleanly. And the Rebels, they look to break out. Met there at the boards, but they are able to dump that one. Will it be enough for an icing? No, says the referee, as Lapierre, he touches it up before it could get to the red line. He's being pressured, sent around the boards. Red Wings dumping it down low, but that hits, I think maybe hit a stanchion and goes out of play. I'm not exactly too sure what happened there.
We do know that it went out of play, so we face off likely just outside the zone. The referee's having discussion. One of them wanted it around center ice. The other three did not agree. As the Red Wings, if I'm them, I'm keep pushing on the offense. They're doing a good job at, again, making sure that the Rebels aren't controlling the puck possession. It's been very heavily Red Wings dominated in terms of puck possession, and they're doing a good job. Every time they lose the puck, they're getting into the boards, they're winning the puck battles, and they haven't really allowed the Rebels to kind of do what they're doing right now, and that's cycle and move the puck around the offensive zone.
That was Zealy able to dump that one down low. Shot from the point, that misses very widely. Rebels trying to be first on that puck. Capel, he's there. But that's Larman trying to cycle it for the Red Wings. Forward jumping down to help his defense. Back up to the point. That's Contreras trying to dump that one down low, but it pops out to the neutral zone. Taken by Ambrosio. Ambrosio looking for options. Up to the point, slap shot there. Swallowed up by Tyler Wilson. Decent attempt there, and what a wicked wrist, not even a wrist shot, a wicked slap shot right from the blue line. You love to see that in this league.
And that was great vision from Jacob Ambrosio to stop in his tracks on a dime. Fine Deutsch trailing. Make sure he got the shot off. It was a beautiful pass. It was a nice shot, but Wilson, he was ready for it. Good awareness from him, but still a face-off inside. The Red Wings are doing a great job at just pushing so much offense towards the net of the Rebels.
James, he was trying to get that one down low, and he does. Buys there, trying to look for options after that puck battle. Player goes down by. He has an option. Trying to go cross ice for Lapierre. Can't get it to him cleanly. Lapierre's pass across the way. Able to find Kremer, who sends it down low. Shot from the top of the circle. That one goes wide. Karplevsky's there to maintain possession for the Red Wings. Sending it around. James up to Lapierre. Lapierre, his shot, trying to find a tip in front. Hits the pads, and Wilson is eventually able to cover it. Some Red Wings storming the front of the net, and you know the Rebels won't like that one bit. A little extracurriculars activities there, but nothing too serious.
Not the first time we've seen it from the Red Wings. The Red Wings, they're ready to get into the dirty areas. You know, they play a strong physical game in addition to the speed and to the skill that they have. The Rebels, they're never going to let someone attack their goalie. The Red Wings, they are ready to try to jam rebounds. Sometimes that's what you got to do. The dirty goals still count the same as the clean ones. So I don't really blame the Red Wings for trying to push on that rebound.
Rebels working through the zone, and that shot goes wide. Mitchell Newens still yet to be really tested in this one. There's a tip shot. That was his first real test as he is able to get a pad on that and send it wide. That shot from the point from Stringle was tipped in front. Rebels trying to generate any type of offensive momentum. Now just about a minute left to go here in this first frame. Far side board battle there, but the Red Wings are able to win that back to the defense. Looking to start a breakout. Dockstader's there at the red line. No icing as that does hit the stick of Stringle, and he is first to the puck. Dockstader, that is, first to the puck. And he attracts a lot of attention down low. He is good at those puck board battles. Board side puck battles, I should say.
I
there
didn't
it
say
is.
anything. For those of you who can't read our minds, I made a little bit of a face when you said that.
That's one down low by Ryder Davis. Red Wings looking to flip that puck out, kept in by Capel and sending it down low, but that is intercepted by the Red Wings near the slot area. Karpelewski, he's back down low, helping his defense, trying to will that puck forward to end this period. Referee's hand is up. Red Wings needing to tag just in the dying seconds here of the opening frame, and that will conclude our first period. Red Wings taking a 1-0 advantage. Ooh, a little hit there as the buzzer sounds, and some extracurriculars to end this first period. Doesn't seem like that will draw any of the referee's serious attention coming to penalties. Red Wings have a 1-0 lead here in this one. As we jump right into the second period, Sam, what do you think was said on the benches in between the first and second?
I think if I'm the head coach of the Red Wings, it's pretty simple. Do the same thing you've been doing. Plug up that neutral zone, win those board-side puck battles, and keep trying to draw offense. Test Wilson a little bit more, and eventually something will have to crack even further. Blow this game open if I'm the Rebels. The exact opposite. You got to start pushing offense.
Zoo, he has it. Shot there from Deutsch, and that just goes wide. Almost had a wide open net there. Rebels trying to break it out. Karpelewski and James are there. Zoo, his shot from the point, scores! Lucas Zoo, have a day, Lucas, as he notches his second one of the game, and the Red Wings are up 2-0.
Yeah, and Wilson would probably want that one back, but I mean, it goes to show you the Red Wings are just working hard in the offensive zone. They've been really aggressive on the forecheck, and that's exactly what I was saying the coach was likely talking about. Keep up that forecheck. You're tiring out the Rebels right now, and the Rebels, they haven't had any real answer. It's hard to come up with something that they can do to really negate what the Red Wings are doing, but the Red Wings are just outplaying them right now. They're winning those puck battles, and it's really come down to the hustle stats.
Certainly, I mean, that goal was a direct result of a puck battle being won by Micah James. And Ambrosio was there with him as well, allowing that puck to pop up right up to Lucas Zoo. Just kind of flicks one on net. And like you said, Sammy, just put some more pressure on Wilson and win those puck battles, and that's exactly what happened there. Icing is the call, and there will be an offensive zone face-off here for the Rebels as they look to win this face-off and generate any type of offensive momentum. That's Scott lining up in the face-off dot. He's unable to win that face-off, but maybe able to maintain possession in the offensive zone, and he's trying to cycle it down low, but the Red Wings are able to get it out before he can. Taken by Correa. Correa, his pass finds the winger. No icing as that was tipped in by the Rebels. Lapierre, he has some trouble controlling that puck, and he goes the other way. That was kicked out right in front of the net of Newens. Luckily for the Red Wings, no harm, no foul. You like no harm, no foul?
I like no harm, no foul. I think you should use that one more often, honestly.
You know what? I just might. That one was kept in. A good hit there at the blue line. Still, shot for there from Lapierre. It's so much action. Can't even call it so quickly, but that was stopped by Wilson and sent towards the corner. Red Wings are able to keep it in. Yet another hit there at the blue line. Red Wings looking to enter back into the zone. That's taken by Bogle, and the Rebels, they go for a change.
A much-needed change as they've been hemmed in their own zone. Maybe with these fresh legs and offensive zone face-off, they can just start to generate some momentum. It would be huge if they could just have one shift where they hem the Red Wings, where draw a penalty, do something to get momentum on their side.
Both teams going for changes there. Noto, he is out there to take this face-off. Red Wings gets waved out of the dot. A little too aggressive there. You don't see that too often in the GTHL, but certainly does happen there.
I feel like we did it the first couple games of the season.
We did,
the refs
yeah.
were really aggressive taking people out of the face-off, but I think maybe now the refs have calmed down a little bit. It was
Power trip.
A power trip indeed.
Shot there from the slot from Gallart. That one misses wide. Probably the Rebels' best opportunity in this one so far, missing high and wide. There's Doxtator working it through the zone, trying to make a move past the defenseman Stringle. And that puck winds up in the corner, up to Deutsch. Deutsch, shot from the top of the zone, hits the pad of Wilson and back towards the corner. Doxtator, his pass up to his defense. Shot there from Karpelewski. Deutsch, over there yet again to Doxtator. His slap shot from the top of the zone doesn't find anything. Apologies for the technical difficulties here, as we do have a frozen screen on display. That one seems to maybe have gone out of play. Not exactly sure why the whistle was blown, but seems like we will have a face-off in the offensive zone here for the Red Wings.
Seems like the players weren't exactly sure either. Saw a couple of them starting to line up at that outside face-off dot, go to the right side there, and now they are back at the left. So a little bit of confusion on the ice as well as here in the broadcast booth. You don't see that often. Usually the confusion is right here with us too.
That shot from Lapierre hits a glove, I believe, and is batted down. Rebels looking to break through. That is dumped. Chasing here is Correa. Karplevsky, he's there for the Red Wings. Ince does able to keep that in, but that one does bounce out of play off the stick of Karpelewski. And maybe a neutral zone face-off. I don't know if the refs or the players exactly know where this face-off is going to be. Red Wings seem to think that it's coming inside. Referees saying maybe not. Not exactly sure. And it will be a neutral zone. A lot of pointing going on from both teams. Yet again, I think these teams are just as confused as we are here. Eventually, now it will seem like an offensive zone faceoff here for the Rebels. Garcia lines up to take this one. He's able to win that back. Capel on the backhand keeps it in. Some physicality there around the slot area, but the Red Wings do have possession. Great shot here of center ice. Zoo, backhanded attempt to get that one out, finds a stick of Capel. Just kind of lazily tossing it to the center of the ice. Deutsch is able to dump that one in. Rimming it around now. Garcia, he's there at the hash marks. Into the center of the ice. And Ince, he has an opportunity. Cutting towards the center of the ice. Good skating move. Shot from the top of the circle. That goes wide. He goes down, though. Maybe gets a stick in the leg or arm area. Not too sure. No penalty on the play. There's a good glove save from Wilson. A good opportunity for the Rebels. Responded immediately by a great shot there. I believe that was number 91, Zoo, looking for his third of the game. But a good glove save there from Wilson denies him of the hat trick.
How about Zoo? Have a day, like you said. You know, he's not necessarily the guy that you'd expect to step up and get 3 goals in a game. The way he's playing, he looks like he's on his way.
Doxtator trying to keep that one. Finding Cahunia at the point, but his pass finds the Rebels. Here's an opportunity here for Bogle. Bogle, good one-touch deke there. Backhand attempt. That hits the blocker of Newens and wide. That was a one-touch deke. I don't know if you saw that one, Sammy. Kramer, he's there.
That doesn't exist in this sport.
If you look at the replay, we'll roll back the tape, and you will see that that was a one-touch deke. Newens, he just elects to cover that puck there. Yet another offensive zone faceoff. The Rebels maybe not blowing us away here with their opportunities, but certainly they seem to have picked up a little bit here after getting down 2-0. A lot of offensive zone faceoffs since then.
Yeah, like we said, it takes a while for a lot of teams to settle into the game, and for the Rebels, it took them about a period to get comfortable, and not ideal for them, but at least they can put up a fight now if you're a big Rebels fan, or the players, just making sure that you're back into the game and you're not letting it run away from you. For a moment there after the Red Wings scored early in the second, it looked like the Red Wings could go on a bit of a run.
Correa, he finds his deep partner. Top shot there. That just goes wide. Correa is there to get the rebound, trying to keep it in. Noto, he sends it down low. Rebounds right there in the slot. Great job from the defenseman to turn that one away. Lachinsky, he tries to center it. Shot there from Lemieux. Hits the skate and into the corner. Red Wings now going the other way. 3-on-3 as they cross the blue line. Drop pass for James. That gets intercepted and is worked out by the Rebels. That's Applein's Godfrey skating it up the ice. Turned around by the Red Wings, and they have some momentum here now. Some fast legs entering the zone. Shot from the top of the circle hits Wilson. Looked like that hit him pretty high. Rebound was popped out, but he just dives on that puck. Red Wings, they are dangerous. We've talked, the Rebels, they have a little bit of momentum on their side now, but the Red Wings, with their talent, with their speed, and their aggressiveness, they are able to turn a game on its head very, very quickly, as we've seen a few times this year.
Certainly. I mean, they are a team that can come back. They can score in bunches. Red Wings and the Rebels both kind of share that, so it's really an exciting match between two similarly skilled teams on paper. And like I said, that first period was all about the hustle stats. That's why the Red Wings are leading. They're not necessarily David and Goliath. Which one was the
David was the small guy.
Yeah, so the Red Wings aren't necessarily Goliath in this matchup, but it's all about those hustle stats. That's why David won.
An interference call took place in Sammy's monologue about David and Goliath. Rebels take their first power play of the game. Ince, he has it. Board pass there. Keeping it down low. Scott, he tries to cycle up to Ince. Ince fakes a shot. Sends it over to Zilly. Zilly, his shot hits the pad. Rebounds loose in front. Where's the puck? Goal! My goodness! A fire drill in front. That one certainly was a fire drill, Sammy. Mitchell Newlands was down. And the Rebels, they pull back within one after the power play goal. I just yelled goal. I didn't even know what happened there. That was number 19, Liam Bogle, potting that one home.
Yeah, and I think the Red Wings shared the same sentiment as you. I don't think they really knew what happened there in the crease. But like I said earlier in the broadcast, the nice goals count for one, and the dirty fire drill goals count for one as well. Good for the Rebels. Great response after an early second period goal from the Red Wings to just keep hammering, keep plugging away, not to get lost in the game. 2-1. Could get a barn burner. We very well could.
What I've always thought would be a very, it would suck, but it would also be just a totally different sport if a goal counted for 2 goals for how many posts it hit on its way into the net.
Ah, okay.
So if you go bar down, that's 2 goals, and if you go, crossbar, then the bar down, that's 3 goals.
Wow, that would change the game a lot. You get guys like Steph Curry able to just hit it from range, go bar down. What about on an empty net?
Again, if you hit the post, that's 2.
Wow, so they could just get a break, hit the post,
and in.
Wow.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be something?
It would. Hey, let's do it for the All-Star game.
Yeah, let's just screw with the entire rule book here. Shot there from Zilli, rather a pass, trying to find Ince, who is breaking down low. Zilli, he gets it back up at the point. Back to Ince. Still on the power play are the Rebels. Zilli fans on the one-time attempt. Oh, but he's able to keep it in. Not for long, though. Oh, that's got to be a hand up from the officials. Zilli going to the box for the trip, although he may have just saved a breakaway.
Maybe. But that is a bad penalty to take. If you are the Rebels, you were on the power play. It wasn't really in your zone yet. Of course, you don't want to allow another goal, but now a 4-on-4 opportunity against a very speedy team in the Red Wings. Not necessarily the best course of action from the Rebels. It's one that you hate to take, but for the Rebels, at least they tacked the one, and now they have some free space to work with. They can get the legs going a little bit. Some
open ice for sure for the next probably minute and a half or so. seeing if either teams are able to utilize it to their advantage. That one is tipped in by Glart and chased. Boston Phillips was there trying to reclaim possession. He sends it around the net. Noto, he's there pressuring forward the Rebels. Phillips, he tries to take it on the forehand. Gets cut off and elects to just dump it around the net of Newlands. Some good pressure here from the Rebels 4-on-4. Looking for maybe another penalty call for a hold. Does not get one. Shot from the top of the point, and that's swallowed up by Newlands. Bit of a weird play there behind the net of Newlands. You saw, I believe that was Noto who was battling for the puck. Got his stick and kind of arm trapped by Boston Phillips. Phillips maybe looking to get a call there. Referee saying nope, play on as 4-on-4 continues for the next 12 seconds. It will be about a minute and 10-second power play for the Red Wings post-haste.
Post-haste. Wow, I haven't heard that one in a while.
Red Wings able to win that face-off, looking to get a breakout or maybe just slow things down until their man comes back on. Taking it through the neutral zone as we now have a Red Wings power play as McCaffrey jumps on. Dockstader, he takes it wide, trying to find a centering pass there for Lapierre. Can't find him. Deutsch sending it down low, but he reclaims it. Top of the zone shot. Hits a couple bodies. Can't find it all the way to Wilson. Dockstader. Over to Zoo, the man with 2 goals. Over to Deutsch shot. That hits a skate. Doesn't feel good on the skate of Garcia. Deutsch trying to keep it in. Dockstader's there to help him. But that will be an offside call, says the linesman. I'm not too sure. That looked very, very close. I'm pretty sure that one stayed in. Sammy, what did you see?
I think the refs are trying their hardest. I'll say that. and you know, I don't want to get a fine, so that's all I'll say. But I hate it as a forward when it would be like so close. And I think about it, I'd be like, there's no way they saw. They're guessing out there. It's too speedy. Maybe not for a guy like me out there. They could probably keep up with my pace. But for the Rebels, it's kind of unfortunate because now it gives a chance for the Red Wings to set up.
Davis's shot finds the chest of Wilson. A decent opportunity there. Number 9 looking like a number 8 setting up from Ovi's office.
Hello.
Unable to get that one through. And no offense to Ryder Davis, I just don't think Davis or really anybody in this league has the power of Ovechkin.
I think that's a safe assumption.
There is a shot from Lapierre. It's a body in front. Rebels going the other way. Perhaps a short-handed opportunity here. My goodness, what a chance on the breakaway. Forehand shot. What a save there from Newlands, getting the blocker stretched out. That was Strangle with the great opportunity for himself and the Rebels. We're back to 5-on-5. Red Wings trying to get a centering pass. That one goes behind the net of Wilson. Rebels are able to get a turnover down low. Trying to flick it up into the center of the ice, but that's taken by the Red Wings. Karpelewski, he's able to find James as they go for a chase. Rebels are first on the puck. Zilli, he's tied up along the boards. Karpelewski, his shot there hits the pad of Wilson. Popped out in front. Rebels shooting it towards the corner. Denying a rebound there for James. Taken by Gallart, and he sends that one down low. Newlands is there to play the puck. Some pressure there from Noto. Dangerous play of the puck from Newlands. But the Red Wings, they are already in the offensive zone. Rebels trying to cycle that one down low. Correa, his pass, finds Sticker Kremer. His shot, scores! Aiden Kremer puts his team up by 2 yet again off of the defensive zone turnover. And the Red Wings, they're up 3-1.
And that's the second goal of this period against the Rebels that has come off a defensive zone turnover. Great shot from Kremer. I don't want to, not give him his flowers for that one because that was beautifully placed just down low, just popped over the glove of Wilson. But the Rebels got to figure out a way to enhance their breakout. They're just dumping it right into the middle of the zone. Kremer makes no mistake. And they're scoring goals from all distances. They got a close one in tight from Zoo to start. They got one at the blue line and now one at the top of the circle. Shows you how lethal this Red Wings offense can be.
Red Wings certainly playing to their what I would like to say, maybe their full potential after a couple of frustrating losses and ties. We've seen this Red Wings team up by multi-goal leads early in this season to lose that lead and either lose the game or have it be tied. They're looking to put their stamp on this game, extend their lead, and finally get into the win column. That one sent all the way down the ice, but that was tipped by number 97, Mike James. No icing on the play as the Red Wings, they look to cycle it down low. Rebels do intercept that along the far side hash mark. Trying to cross-ice feed. Capel can't handle that one cleanly, and they're stopped at the blue line. Ince finding Capel. Capel taking it in. Shot there from the top of the zone. That misses high and wide. Red Wings first on the puck, but a weird bounce there. Finds the stick of Ince. Red Wings able to intercept that pass up to the defenseman, sending it all the way down the ice. No icing as Wilson is forced to play that one with the stick. Long stretch pass there. No icing on the play. There's Cahunia trying to break out. Good pass there along the boards. That pass intended for Ambrosio. He is first on the puck, although the pass misconnected. Bogle, he's there trying to break it up for the Rebels. Kremer takes a bit of a hit, and Bogle, he goes the other way. Entering the zone now, trying to work his forehand side. Taking it around the net, looking for options in front. Stripped by the Red Wings. Rebels trying to keep it in the blue line, unable to do so. Red Wings defensemen and forwards helping out on that play there. About 2.5 minutes here in the second frame. Rebels looking to bring this game back to within one before everything in the second period is all said and done. Dockstader, he's trying to will that puck through the zone. Unable to do so is Godfrey. Half lane's Godfrey. He takes it. Shot does not find anything except the far side boards. Bouncing puck. Trying to get a hold of it are the Rebels. That one's taken by Correa. Correa's shot looking for a tip in front goes wide. Half lane's Godfrey, he's there, trying to find options yet again. Some parents really wanting a call there from the referees, do not get one. I think I saw about 6 hands go up behind those glass panels. Shot there from Correa, hits the pad of Newens and wide. Correa trying to pinch down to keep this puck in. Scott takes his place, trying to help him out. Half lane's Godfrey, he's the one to knock that puck loose. Correa to Scott. His shot is kind of weakly sent wide. Correa having at the top of the zone. Good defensive stick there, and perhaps an opportunity here for the Red Wings. Here's Dockstader working it through 3 defensemen.
Oh, good D.
Able to get back and force the puck out of the zone. Rebels threatening here with just a minute left in the second period. Dumping it down low, looking for a cycle. That was Garcia trying to find anybody. Oh, I'm not too sure what the whistle is here. Stringle was trying to keep the puck in the net, but oh boy.
That's number 2.
That is number 2, and you hate to see that happen. However, that puck was leaving the zone, and now we have an offensive zone face-off here for the Rebels, so it actually may have helped them in a way.
I mean, a lot of the times it does help one team or the other. You know, if the offensive team does it, it does come outside.
Whoa, good shot there from Ethan Gallartz. Right off the face-off, trying to catch Mitchell Newens off guard, but a good glove save resulting in another offensive zone draw.
That's right, and if you're the Red Wings, you got 53 seconds. The Rebels have been really pushing for a goal in these last couple minutes after allowing that third. You're kind of looking to get out of this period still up to the way the Rebels have been playing.
Red Wings are able to knock that one out of the zone, but it is taken by the Rebels yet again. That's Bogle sending it down low. But it will result in an icing call. Not a great attempt there. I thought Bogle may have hit that one before the red line. Clearly the referees have better eyesight than I do. I mean, I'm not wearing my glasses here, Sammy, so they very well could.
Yeah, I mean, most people have better eyesight than you do. I think Helen Keller might have.
Is that right? She might also have better
Hearing
and better speech than me as well.
I believe in that. I surely do. Certainly a better reader.
That one is won by the Rebels. Looking for perhaps one last rush attempt here. That one does hit a Red Wing stick, but it will result in another icing. I could have sworn that hit Shane Deutsch's stick at center ice.
And it looks like some of the Rebels bench could have sworn that as well. We saw some of their players hands up. Perhaps they were just trying to warn their incoming defenseman, but it does look like the Rebels bench isn't too happy with that call. We know how icings can change the outcome of the game. There was one game recently where it led to a goal at the very end of the game, and we both really didn't like it.
In the dying seconds here of the frame, taking it towards the net where the Rebels couldn't get a shot off. Red Wings, they have an opportunity to go the other way. Oh man, a 3-on-1 opportunity here. By enters the zone, looking for options. Centering pass out front, scores! Christian Karpalevsky off the pass from Alex By, and the Red Wings take a 3-goal advantage here in the dying seconds of the second.
And a beautiful goal in transition from the Red Wings. That's just a heartbreaker for the Rebels. 0.7 seconds left on the clock to end the period. They would have gone into the third just down 2 with momentum kind of on their side. They had been pushing against the Red Wings, like I had mentioned, for 2 minutes at least. And the Red Wings turn it around on a counterattack. Beautiful goal, beautiful pass, up 3 now.
There is a face-off tie-up that is eventually won by the Rebels. Couple seconds left here in the second period, and that will do it for the second. Red Wings taking a 4-1 lead entering the third period, and it seems like it is their game to lose at this point. Jumping right into the third period here, obviously there was a 15-minute intermission between second and thirds, and if you are the Rebels, what was the coach telling them in that locker room?
You got to have a better start to the second period, I'll tell you that. You got to make sure that you draw something on those last 5 minutes minus the 10-second chance that the Red Wings had. They were cycling the puck really well. You saw a little bit of extra, here's a Simon word, pep in their step.
Hey, there it is. I do love pep.
You are a huge pep guy, and if you are the Rebels, you got to find a way to emulate that, because they were doing so well at ensuring they were just getting the puck in deep, winning those board side battles. But you can't start like you did in the second period, because that would end the game if it isn't already out of reach.
Red Wings looking to break this puck out of the zone. That flip pass doesn't find anybody. Don't think that hit anything, and yes, that will result in an icing. Rebels have an offensive zone face-off upcoming, and I think, like you said, Sammy, not only are you can't really let in another goal to start this period, you're also probably looking for an early one here.
You certainly are. They're going to try to draw a little bit of offense. A quick goal could really turn this game on its ends, something like that.
Oh, there's an opportunity there. Sorry to cut you off there, Sammy. It looked like almost a harmless shot from the point from Stringle. Resulted in a good rebound opportunity, but a great save from Mitchell Newens to keep that one in the glove and out of the net.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what they need to do. Just start pushing offense. A 2-goal game is a heck of a lot better than a 3. If they could generate some momentum, 2 quick goals in this game is anyone's to take.
Rebels able to win that draw. Shot along the ice goes wide. Taken by the Red Wings, but the Rebels able to force a turnover. There's a shot there from Noto, and Newens almost able to glove that one down, just going above his outstretched glove. Red Wings are able to win that puck battle yet again. Rebels doing a great job to keep that one in. That was Zilly keeping it in. Taking it down low. Trying to find a centering pass. Doesn't get through. Red Wings now going the other way. Rebels going for a partial change as the Red Wings hemmed in their own zone momentarily. That one's taken by James. His pass is fanned on, but still finds a stick. Dumped in and going for a change are the defensemen. Red Wings forward checkers doing a good job keeping that one in the zone. There's a shot there for Ambrosio. That hits his own player in Ryder Dockstader, and he heads out of the zone. Missing timed pass there. Almost a too many men on the ice call. Luckily for the Red Wings, no harm, no foul yet again. 2-1 broadcast is crazy, I'll give you that.
Yeah, let's not get to
Correa takes it around the net for the Red Wings. Mississauga Rebels looking to do something here. Capel gets the puck knocked off of his stick. Karpalevsky, he's there to reclaim possession for the Red Wings as they take it up through the neutral zone. Here come the Red Wings now, sending it that one on net, but going wide. Rebels first on that rebound, trying to break it out. Ince gets knocked off the puck. Zoo, his shot from the top of the zone, squeaks through, scores. Alex By putting the finishing touches on. Lucas Zhu almost getting the hat trick. Alex Bai just giving that little extra push there and putting his team up 5-1.
Yeah, and speaking of extra push from Alex Bai, you saw on the near side boards before that play developed, Bai knocked the Rebel defender back into the board so the puck could go through to the point to set up that shot opportunity. Great play there from Bai. I hope that the coaches and the fans noticed that one. Beautiful and a much-deserved goal.
And ladies and gentlemen, that will wrap up our play-by-play portion of this broadcast. The Red Wings will win this game by a score of 5-2, getting themselves back into the win column for the first time this year. You know this victory must feel pretty good for them. A complete game from them off of the valiant efforts from Lucas Zhu. But for now, that is all from us. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to sit back and watch the rest of this third period, we welcome you to do so. But for now, my name has been Simon Hendricks, joined alongside Sammy Brzozowski. We have been the Six Hockey, and until next time, thanks for watching, everybody.